In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about that feeling when we say, I love someone so much that I can't live without them. I just cannot live without this person. I want to just to investigate and to have a little bit of a dig and a dive into those emotions. Before I carry on, please do click subscribe using the red button below me, and you should see then a little grey bell icon. If you click that, you'll be notified when these videos go live. So I was listening to Steve Wright's Love Songs on BBC Radio 2 this morning, it being a Sunday. Quite often listen to it. It's quite a chilled way to start the day. And there was a dedication, and someone phoned in, and it was a lovely dedication. It was saying, I just want to dedicate this song to my wonderful husband. We've been together for 19 years. He's one in a million, and I couldn't live without him. And that phrase, I couldn't live without him, jumped out at me, clearly because we've probably thought that in the past, I couldn't live without this person. And then we were forced to. We were forced to live without them. And I think when people say, I couldn't live without this person, in many ways, it's a very lovely sentiment. It's saying, I really love them. But isn't it a false dream? Isn't it a false hope? Isn't it a really false thing to say, I couldn't live without that person? Because you can live without that person. You may not want to, but you can. And I think here is where the real learning comes from me, is that when we recognize that we can live without that person, when we recognize that life goes on, I think that we are then able to engage in relationships that we're having now at a much deeper level. We're not taking that person for granted. We recognize and accept that any relationship that we are in, whether it would be dad, mum, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, friend, romantic partner, husband, wife, that relationship is fragile. And we don't say flippant things like, I couldn't live without you, because we know that we can, but what we can do is to allow the relationships that we're in to go to a whole deeper level, a much more realistic level, a level that comes from knowing what it's like to lose those loving relationships, to lose people that we absolutely love. And I think the lesson we can take is that we can really treasure the relationships that we have now. And in a weird way, I think that is a real gift. It's a real gift that we have got, that we can enter into relationships knowing the fragility of them and get more from the relationships for the benefit of both of us.